And welcome back, everybody. Oh god, I'm frozen. Welcome back, everybody. We have returned. Hope you enjoyed that duct tape. I have confirmation we do have a new duct tape, but I actually didn't have it ready to debut. I had to download it and get it set up in OBS, so I apologize. We will be able to debut it on Friday. So we have a new and you're actually in it, Chase. You're actually in the new one.
Oh no. What have you stunk in there?
Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna have to watch the whole thing now. It's not about Legend of Twilight, is it? I bet it is.
Oh, don't worry about it, mate. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh god, but yes, massive shout out to Vortex Lamb for putting together our duct tapes. Again, we will be able to debut it on Friday before our amateur tournament. But before that happens, we have our grand finals! Exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat, because I want to give a massive shout out to our longtime supporter, Lord Loken. Did boost the prize pool by 50 USD, so we got 115 USD in total for today's prize pool.
Oh my gosh, I feel like Logan always boosts it. What a champion! Wow.
Much love, man. He's our boy. He's our boy. Thank you.
He
Lord
is.
Loken.
He is a great. He is a very good boy. But yes, here we go. Like we're in the final stages of tonight. We are at the grand final, and spawning in the bottom left position, playing for Storm Gaming, is the Polish Protoss player. He's pushed his way into the finals, and he pushed it to be the grand final champion. It is Gerald.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the South Korean Terran player. He is red, representing Kwangdong Freaks, and last week's champion, it is KeeN.
Light.
Yes.
2 gases.
Oh, Chase.
Place your bets.
Oh, mate, you have
Banshee.
you have just reminded me. So it's going to be a little bit late, but as a reminder to everyone, this is going to be a best of 5 grand finals, and you, yes, you in the chat are eligible.
Me? Oh, okay.
you too. You are eligible
Bro,
to
you even pointed at me.
put some grapes on the line, put some channel points on the line. Predictions are going to be open for the next 3 minutes, so you can try and predict who will be today's champion.
Like, you know I'm a betting man.
You are.
Open those grapes up. I'm ready.
I also know you don't have the best track record of betting. Oh boy, but there we go. Predictions are there in the chat, so place your bets, people, as we are getting things underway. And oh my, Gerald throwing down a cheeky pylon here in the middle of the map.
I'm betting everything light. Yes. Oh, maybe I should. Oh no, I've already bet it. Okay.
Sonny,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go.
Light.
Yes.
Light. I see. I was gonna say I see 2 on one gas and 1 on the other one for KeeN, but he's fixed that up now. As the SV building the factory goes back on. But we did see. Is it 2 Reaper opening? Is it? Yes. But this proxy Stargate.
Yeah, so a couple of things are transpiring here, right? These Reapers, despite there being 2 of them, actually haven't gotten into the main base. They're kind of a little bit busy dueling with the Stalker in the middle of the map, but oh my god, the focus fire is absolutely insane here. Gerald actually forces all these Reapers back, and the Reapers do not get into the main. They do not scout that. Oh my god!
Oh!
He sees!
The Hellion! The Hellion spots. He's even going to see that's Oracle. He won't even snipe the pylon before the Oracle pops light.
Oh my god, it's going to be close. The Stalkers are en route. Not just the Stalkers, but also the Adepts. Gerald has to try and keep this pylon alive.
He's forced to, but it's going to get taken out, I think. Even if he loses the Hellion for it, it's, you know, it's 100% worth it. And there's no probe anywhere near this this Stargate light, and KeeN is in a fantastic spot now after that scout.
Mate, it is beautiful, mate. He somehow stumbled his way across this Stargate. Of course, eventually the Oracle will finish, but it is so late in comparison. Meanwhile, oh my god, we even have a Widowmine here to help keep this all at bay, and the Reapers get into the main base of Gerald.
Yeah, and the actually a really smart position on the Widowmine and KeeN's natural. Actually, he actually hit a SCV on that the Widowmine between the mineral patch and got that adept. So yeah. Meanwhile, these Reapers going to get cleaned up without seeing too much. We'll likely see the Twilight thrown down if he does check it out. Actually, maybe not. He's gonna. Ooh.
I mean,
no, he might just lose the Reaper.
Yeah, was it worth it? I have to wonder, because the Reaper did get 2 probe kills but lacked that scouting information. At the same time, a Viking came out and that Oracle tried to get into the main but was deflected by said Viking. And mate, we know how good Vikings are in this matchup. It was the MVP of last series.
Ooh. Yeah, and actually, smart by the Viking to land this Phoenix. Oh, I thought I was going to say a Phoenix versus a Viking for the first time in ages, but yeah, small move out here by KeeN, and actually, even though he didn't scout the Twilight Council in the gateway, it's kind of expected. TvP, the meta is so kind of it orbits around this kind of like Twilight opening. You know, it's such a staple kind of thing. So I guess he'd expect it anyway. But if it was Blink or Charge, it looks like Blink will be the choice for Gerald as he chrono boosts out, and KeeN looks to be aggressive. And this is it can get a bit of damage done light, but that is a stasis ward.
Hey, that's a stasis field, man. We got stasis wards all over the place. How good are they gonna be? Oh god, they're gonna connect! Ah!
Oh no, the tank gets dropped and just picked up straight away. But yeah, and meanwhile, the Liberator heading to the main, so maybe this is masterminded by KeeN to kind of pull everything away. But
yeah, it would have been great if they were all connected with each other. Meanwhile, the second Widowmine shot goes off. The stasis trap is about to run out, but the Widowmines have already been dealt with. Tank actually comes back and regroups with all of these units, though.
Yeah, and this Liberator's setting up a field in the main as well, and KeeN's actually going to be able to save most of these units outside the main, and he's going to get a lot of damage done. 6 kills in that Liberator, so actually well done by KeeN to salvage the most out of that situation. And Blink is just finished right now, so Gerald would not be able to get on top of this army, so well done by our Korean Terran player.
Yeah, exactly. Like, still, like, despite how the stasis traps went off, like, he was still able to deal an insane amount of damage. Now, Gerald, the pressure is on him to try and reciprocate that. He's moving out across the map with his Stalkers. Blink is done, but, oh boy, the tank made it all the way back home, and now it can be used to help defend against those Blink Stalkers.
That's right, and we know how much of an impact one tank can have in the game, right? Because of his series with Art in the game number 1. But yeah, KeeN is going to have to be a little bit passive, a little bit careful, because on this map, you know, that third, the SCB building could get sniped by these Blink Stalkers, Oracle granting high ground vision with that Revelation ability. But it looks like Gerald just wants to be pretty passive and just kind of secure his own third base and just probe up. And we see that reflected in the work account. He knows he's in a decent spot. He just wants to get his economy going.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing here, as KeeN is able to, you know, push away all these Stalkers and establish this third base, is that Gerald, stylistically, is kind of a little bit different compared to Art, for example. We did see Art favor Colossus to be his splash damage of choice. When you're a Protoss player, you're a little bit spoiled for choice. You know, you can go Colossus, Disruptor, and as we can see in this game, Storm.
So not only that, you got Archons as well. You've got every splash in the book. But we see Terran's got a bit of splashes on their own. They've got tanks and Widowmines, and as we see here, Gerald keeping tabs on this Terran army, seeing them move out here. This is going to give him a little more time to kind of react to this push, but we see that this could just be a bit of a dummy push, as these Widowmine drops are going to be the real damage dealer that KeeN will probably want to focus on right now.
I imagine so, as the armory is about to finish up, so now detection will be required to help deal with all of said Widowmines. We actually do not have detection for the time being. We have to rely on Revelation, or Gerald has to rely on Revelation to help try and get detection on those Widowmines. So we'll see what KeeN can really get done here as he's rotating his way towards
Light is not pulling!
What? god. Are you okay? Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm dying. Oh man. You know the worst part about that?
Uh-huh.
Those pylons, man. The pylon spotted the medevac coming, but he still didn't react. But yeah, apologies for my coughing fit. I'm still alive, but I'm keen. This is a bit of an awkward position, but there's so many charge lots actually. Like, wow.
Oh my god. There are so many charge loss. Will that even matter? We'll see as Gerald is. Oh my god, he's actually trying to get a bit of a surround on this army. Stalker's getting ready to intercept.
Yeah, and actually, KeeN's just gonna boost into the main, and meanwhile he's gonna push the third base of Gerald as well, and he's really doing well mobility-wise to abuse. You know, Zealots and Stalkers, they're pretty fast, but they're kind of one-dimensional really, and Bio is just so flexible. And as we see with the Stalkers force in the main, KeeN's just gonna bounce at this fourth base.
Yeah, exactly.
While the third goes down as well.
Third gets picked up, fourth is under threat. Gerald was in the middle of moving out and he's forced to turn away all the way back home. KeeN actually double scans to try and find the army. The army went all the way back home.
Yeah, and this is actually very successful for KeeN to take the third base out in its entirety, and I'm really liking how he's playing this game. Meanwhile, we now see Robotics Bay going down, and you know, High Templar are good and all. They're great units, but they're probably a little bit they need energy, right? And sometimes when storms are baited out, High Templar aren't really a unit that's as reliable as, say, maybe Colossi or maybe even Disruptors that they have the. I'd say Disruptors and High Templar are very functionally similar, but I think Colossus might be a choice here for Gerald as he goes into this Robotics Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Like at some point as a Protoss player, you want to diversify your AoE. You want to have a little bit of both, right? So they can complement each other. We'll see if he can even get there though, as now KeeN, he's got a mass amount of these ghosts. He's getting ready to engage with the army. There are 3 High Templar in that Warperism though. Oh no, he gets sniped! Oh, there were 3 High Templar in there!
No. 3 High Templar, more like 3 High Deadlight, because they're dead.
Oh my god.
But actually, we see a Disruptor. I'm not sure how I feel about this choice. I feel like Colossus synergizes well with this mass charge shot army size, and I'm not sure actually even if it's going to come into play here, because we see a Zealot run by, actually getting completely cleaned up on his Widow Mines.
More like Deadlit run by.
Shut. I hate you.
Oh my god, it never gets off! And it will get a decent connection, but as you said, there's only a single disruptor, and we need more than that. That Ghost is pounding on top of the army. There's barely anything left. There are only Stalkers remaining. Chase. Another disruptor comes out!
More like another dead Ruptor. KeeN takes game 1 between Gerald and KeeN. But yeah, I don't know, like, I feel like the change into Disruptors, I feel like Colossus, even though he was in a bit of a tough position, you can kind of posture a bit better with, you know, you can't, I guess, you can't shoot a Colossus if, like, the Bio is, like, running away from Zealots. You can shoot a Disruptor, but it's a bigger chance I'll just hit the Zealots, you know what I mean?
True. What I would say, because I don't know if you saw there, when that big fight happened, there was only 1 disruptor at that time. I don't even if he had gone for Colossus instead, I don't think that would have made a difference in the end. It was so brutal that, like, he had invested so much time and energy into Storm, and we never saw Storm that game. Like, it just never happened. Like, again, the target fire from KeeN was absolutely insane, and as soon as that happened, he knew it's like, all right, it's go time, you know, let's just send it. And unfortunately, it was a couple of things happening at once, right? Like, at the same time, there was also that Zealot run by that didn't deal any damage. That's a lot of supply that isn't a part of the main fight as well, right? Like, there was a lot that just didn't go Gerald's way there.
Yeah, true. It could have just been that Gerald wanted to stick to a plan, AoE, similar to what he was already doing, but just negate the fact that KeeN already had those ghosts out to snipe. Yeah. So it could have been he wanted to just kind of stick to something maybe a little less flimsy, as we see those High Templar did get sniped pretty quickly. At that point, it just kind of snowballed to KeeN's favor, didn't it? So, yeah. As we know, I am the first Protoss expert, but Gerald is a much better player, so we'll just say it. Whatever was happening, he had a plan. But unfortunately,
you just have
KeeN
a
took the.
you just have a way with words, Chase. You just have a way with words.
I know.
Oh my god.
Alright, I've been up since 5 a.m.
Why?
I've been casting Pro. I played Protoss all day on stream. I have COVID.
Chase, why
My
have you
words
been
are
up since 5
failing
a.m.?
me
Why? What's
because I had to reset my sleep schedule to cast with you. Unbelievable. So ungrateful. That's okay. You like the cop from Twilight. No, wait, you like Bella from Twilight. She's like ungrateful for her
Ungrateful?
dad, the cop. Yeah, that's what you are.
Wait. Are you the cop dad? Is that what you're saying right now? Is that
I'm Bella's dad, man, and you're just Bella, okay? But it's okay. So here we go. Sporting in the bottom right position. It's Storm's Gaming Gerald. I'm just.
I just like how week after week we are slowly unraveling and retelling the story of Twilight, and in like
It's beautiful, isn't it?
it's amazing. It's amazing. It's something that I never thought that I would do in my entire life, but it's happening now, like 20 years after the fact.
Well, when you get a girlfriend, Light, it will help you. I promise.
Girls
like Twilight.
I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's true. And speaking of not being accurate, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Kwangdong Freaks, already up 1-0 in this series, but it's okay. It's a best of 5, still plenty more games to go. It is KeeN.
I'm not gonna let this go, Light. Girls like Twilight, okay? You think you can weasel your way out of this argument?
I'm
Being
pretty
all
sure Kuro
Belarusian.
does not like Twilight.
Or
I get more
Well,
examples.
I know a
I'm pretty
girl
sure
who does
Kata
like
doesn't
it.
like
Okay.
Twilight either. I'm pretty sure.
no,
Uh-huh.
I talked to Katz. Katz, this is a few months back, and
Uh-huh.
he told me he actually rewatched Twilight.
Why?
Why didn't you ask?
Well, what did he say about it? What did he say?
God, you're persecuting me for unbelievable. Like he said he enjoyed it. It was beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Suddenly I have less respect for cats.
Oh no.
Oh my god. To be fair, I feel like Katz is the kind of person to blaze it up and watch a bad movie and enjoy it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the context of that.
Maybe he did. Or maybe that's the secret, lad. What you're missing. How to enjoy Twilight.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, I feel like
it's like Vegemite on toast. It's you don't just have Vegemite on toast. You have to add butter to it, right?
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a conversation about Twilight every friggin' Sparkling
You keep bringing
Tuna
it
Cup,
up.
but,
You keep bringing it up. I don't know why. You just keep wanting to talk about it. Meanwhile, mate, we got the trifecta here for Gerald. One of each gateway unit, and mate, is he gonna force a cancel?
the holy trifecta, and I think he actually will. This is pretty poggers, and this is why it kind of happens to me. You know, you take a base and you make a unit, and then you just die to 2 or 3 Protoss units. But ooh, really kind of smart here by KeeN to kind of lead the Adept Shade to the outside that little jump up cliff, but smart by Gerald also to recognize that and to not finish the Shade and just back off. So
Oh, exactly. He's gonna try and collapse on this army. He will snipe one of these Reapers. KeeN only escaping with a single one. Now KeeN is in a really awkward position. His CC as a result is so late. He is rebuilding it. He's not going on. He's not like going full one base all in. But he does have a cheeky medevac on the way.
this is true. The medevac actually already finished, and we see there's a couple Hellions out as well, and a Widow Mine. So I'm gonna ask you, like, this is another sequence of Ask Light.
Huh.
Given he saw a Stalker, Adept, and a Zealot, how do you think he's going to utilize his units to get the most damage done as possible? Actually, we see he's loading up the tank and SCVs.
Yep. He was waiting for that tank to finish up, and now he's sending everything across the map. Not completely committed. Like, again, he is still expanding behind this, and he's not pulling all the boys, but he's pulling enough to, again, deal some damage and try and snowball from here. Oh boy.
Yeah, and actually, if you look, there's a low ground wall here, and even though there's a robo out, there's no immortal on the way. And this tank, actually, we could even see some bunkers or anything. And this choke point, the man, this is actually really sick from KeeN. And third base even going down for Gerald and taking away like.
Oh my god, the robo is exposed. There will not be an immortal here for Gerald whatsoever. It goes down immediately. And I mean, because of these bunkers, the tank can kind of leapfrog from here. There we go. Another forward bunker being thrown down. This Nexus is under threat. What do we even have to defend? We do have 3 gateways up and running, but we only have 3 stalkers. Gerald went for a 3rd Nexus. Oh my god.
Actually, Gerald might be able to catch this stalker. No, he's going to blink in on this other tank line, and he's even going to get it. Looks like he will just, but another tank reinforcing. And I think that this is still a very powerful position that KeeN's in.
Mate, you say powerful position, I say dominant position, mate. All those stalkers went down. There's barely anything left here to defend. There is a shield battery, there is overcharge, so maybe he can try and break this position, but it's going to be so difficult. He blinks forward.
Yeah, and he's going to jump in. He's actually going to take the tank even though it's being repaired, but this Liberator still gives a little bit more siege potential. Look at the in-depth, man. It just doesn't want to die. There it goes. But this is looking harder and harder for Gerald as he's being pushed further and further back. 3 bunkers. How do you break that when your robo gets taken out? He's going Dark Shrine Light, but I think it's just too powerful of a position. Too dominant of a position for KeeN as another tank comes in.
We'll see. I mean, Gerald's going to try and go for another round. He does blink over to the low ground. Once again, he does get spotted. He's going to be able to pick off a couple of reinforcements here. But again, it's on KeeN to get damage done. This again, Gerald has 3 Nexuses behind this. Like, KeeN has to deal some damage. Oh my god! The tank survives! Oh! Just barely got picked off.
Yeah, the blink in there. I feel like Gerald doesn't know if he's on 1 base or not. Actually, I've seen the 2nd base, but now with the position that he's in, 1 stalker left, and this Dark Shrine nowhere near finished. I think that Gerald, it could be the beginning of the end for our Polish Protoss.
It's the end of the end, mate. He barely has anything left. Overcharge pop for the 2nd time to try and keep these stalkers alive, and it looks like he barely will. Oh my god, almost picks off the medevac, but the medevac just will not die.
Yeah, the one thing to keep in mind, he doesn't have the 3rd Nexus, so he can macro out of this position. If he holds, maybe he's just waiting for these Dark Shrine to finish, and actually just going for the Zealot warping just beforehand, and I think that, I don't know, like, mate, I think this is over.
Reinforcements are coming. Reinforcements are coming across the map again. The DTs are going to be the big Hail Mary play. Is it going to be enough, though? The problem is that we will have scans available. First bunker finally gets taken down. But where are those DTs?
Where are the DTs?
Where are they?
There's no robo. There's no robo, so he can't go across the map. We'll have to hold here. Looking at the gas count, he's stuck on 2 gas light. Even with DTs, I think it's you just can't warp any in. You can't afford it.
Exactly, and the slow siege has finally found some damage. The Nexus is close to being picked up. Overcharge is going to try and keep the Nexus alive, but to what end? The Nexus goes down anyway.
Yeah, and KeeN even dropping a scan, seeing the 3rd base, and Gerald dropping the G, and KeeN is going to take game number 2, I believe, correct? I'm so smart.
Yes, he does. He takes a 2-0 lead here. KeeN looking so strong, so dominant. We were a little bit afraid for KeeN because of how delayed his CC was. He was kind of forced to go into this awkward push. It wasn't even lined up properly, if you remember. Like, that medevac had to wait a while for the tank, but it worked out so well anyway, punishing the greed of Gerald.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, Gerald actually started and he cancelled the Nexus of, not the Nexus, apologies, he cancelled the building 2nd command center for KeeN, but it turned out that KeeN just adapted his game plan. He just delivered such a solid, like, counter-attack, and, whew. So, oh no, what's happened, like?
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. As it looks like we are going to be remaking the lobby. But as we remake the lobby, I want to give a special shout out to someone in the chat. A couple of things. Thank you so much, Red Gunner Guy, for the raid. Party of one. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. But also, first time chatter in the chat. This stream is still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh no, first impressions matter. And that's my first impression. Unbelievable. This is your fault for bringing up Twilight Light.
Oh god, the first impression. We have a cat boy trying to cast TvP. Let's go. Oh god,
that was bad. As we head in, actually, yep, Blackburn LE will be map number 3. And here we go. Like, this could be our last game of the series.
This could be, honestly, I'd be shocked if it's a 3-0. Like, if you recall, last week KeeN had a bit of a harder time against Trigger. It was a KeeN versus Trigger finals that went all the way to the ace match. But here in comparison, Gerald is having a bit of a harder time. Oh boy, he's already up against the wall, mate.
The wall indeed. Hopefully Gerald can bring it back. He's a very solid player in his own right, especially when he can play his own style. But it looks like we're going to have to find out as we jump into Blackburn, spawning in the bottom left position. It is our Protoss player currently under the fire. Can he bring it back? Playing for Storm Gaming. It is Gerald.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn ALE, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Kwangdong Freaks. It is KeeN. Hey, the madman. He just needs one more. Uno mas, mate. Uno mas.
Uno mas.
How do you say one more in Italian?
Niente cuccarella. Cuccarella.
That's not true.
One more. I just know one is uno.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of uno light, we have uno gas for Gerald and we have due gas for KeeN.
Oh, true, mate. True. We do have 2 gases being taken. What I wanted to ask you, though, as we do see, you know, some tasing going on here amongst the workers. What did you want to see from Gerald? How do you want to see him change and adapt his style? And what does he need to do to try and come back here against KeeN?
It's kind of difficult, right? KeeN's just playing really well. It reminds me of when you're playing on ladder and you're playing someone higher MMR than you, and they just do stuff. It's kind of like not like skill checks, but they do things that you should be able to. You know, you're capable of dealing with them easier than how you have been going throughout the games. And I want to see Gerald just kind of back himself, maybe open a little bit more safer, get to that mid game, get the splash that he needs to help him kind of survive and thrive, and just kind of, you know, back himself. Be in a situation where he doesn't have to worry about his opponent as much as he can worry about, you know, just consolidating between 3 or 4 bases, getting his splash damage, and heading into the later stages of the game.
Yeah, I would like that as well. Obviously, it's a hard thing to get there. And speaking of getting there, Gerald is being very aggressive with this Stargate. Did he wall his probe in, by the way? He didn't.
I don't think so. Did he?
Is there a way out? Can he get out in between the gas geyser and the wall? Is that...
What if he drops a shield battery? Does he know that this has got nerfed recently?
Is there enough room for a shield battery?
I don't think. I think there's 3 hexes actually.
Oh my god.
Oh no, it might get scattered.
Okay, the Reaper, it's on the way back home for the time being. Oh no, he sees it! He sees! No!
He does see it, and Gerald's
the probe is stuck!
His probe. The probe is
oh, no,
stuck. Oh, it's not stuck.
Oh, thank God.
It's stuck in the afterworld now, that's for sure.
You say
The
stuck,
key-
I say dead.
Look at this Widow, my man. He's just ready for it already. And unfortunately for Gerald, he's got a couple of adepts out in the field. But yeah, the onus is now on KeeN to, you know, KeeN, he's seen it early enough. He's actually going for a medevac drop. What does this tell you, lad? Is he going to counterattack with this, or is he going to... There's no shield batteries, keep in mind.
Mate, what a chat. He's got an armory on the way, so and there's no detection. Like, we have Void Rays coming out, so Widow Mines are going to be absolutely insane here, especially under, like, you know, invisible Widow Mines. And I imagine he's going to be going for a drop once he feels safe and secure. But yeah, we already have 2 Widow Mines going across the map. And I think they're just going to end the game, mate.
Lad, we got a Thor on the way
Let's
as well. This is such a Chad move. Love it. Commander KeeN hopping in his Commander battle set. This one Widow Mine.
No, there's no reaction. No, puppy.
Oh no. Oh.
And that's it. No mining in either base. There's no detection.
Not yet. And he's actually going to jump in and drop on this pylon as well to deal with this. And these adepts are caught in no man's land. And I think KeeN is just... He's dealing with this phenomenally.
Yeah, exactly. These Marines are a little bit stranded, so they may be cleaned up. But oh my god, they're doing such a good job at zoning away that Void Ray. It looks like the medevac may be able to pick them up. Oh my god, another medevac shows up as well.
Yeah, 2 medevacs for 3 Marines. That's pretty pog service if you ask me. But...
He doesn't even need the Thor.
Oh no, the Thor's... He's gonna boost and jump on it, lad.
Oh my god. KeeN is just styling all over Gerald.
The Thor drop is on the way now. What is it to deal with this at home? You know, there's a robo for an immortal, but... Oh, these Widow Mines, man, they've just done so much damage. If we look, 12 probes down, a Stalker, and I don't know how he's going to stop this lad.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because, you know what, the Thor still hasn't been revealed. But here we go, the Thor is here. What is there in the natural base to defend? There's no shield batteries. There are only a handful of gateway units, and that is it. Even if some boys are pulled to repair. Or just attack.
Let's try it. And probes are coming in, and Gerald's going to try to get this around, but there is a Widow Mine. Maybe some friendly fire and Marines would be the way to go, but he has no way to deal with this Thor. Like, no Immortal on the way either.
Yeah.
Third base, and just grats. KeeN takes the 3-0.
Oh,
and what a final game.
Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations to KeeN. I love how it's like, oh my god, the boys are being pulled. Never mind, KeeN's got the answer. He's got the counter. He lands his Viking, mate. He's ready to go. And what a way to end the series. What a way to shut down that proxy as well. I haven't seen it done in such a fashion before, I'll be honest.
That was cracked. That was actually... Yeah, I mean, we have to also say, you know, Gerald, he didn't have the best execution. No shield batteries. No, we don't mind. Kind of shake-up was so smart by KeeN, but not a kind of reaction that you see every day. And we can kind of see, you know, with the shield battery nerf to energy and with the Void Rays being more expensive, not sure if we're going to be seeing that kind of proxy as often in this matchup.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that as well. I'll be honest. You were touching on it, but for those wondering, the Void Ray was nerfed. Not just the Void Ray, but also shield batteries as well. So it's kind of difficult to establish a foothold across the map with that proxy, with any proxy, whether it's Void Rays or Immortals with a Cannon Rush and other matchups. So I was also kind of shocked that Gerald did it. It really did just show how desperate Gerald was towards the end of the series. You were talking about how, you know, at this point, Gerald should be playing safer and try and safely get to the mid game, right? And get into that splash damage and have a more straight up series against KeeN. He kind of went the complete opposite way. He's like, I need to be crazy. I need to do something to try and knock KeeN off balance. But he just knocked himself off balance, man. It was it's crazy.
Yeah, you can definitely see you can see the kind of the path he wanted to take. He wanted to maybe throw something off, kind of grab a quick game to get himself back into the series. Because, you know, if you're down 2-0 already, it's very draining to play 3 very strong, long macro games. So maybe trying to throw something out a little bit more cheeky. But KeeN he met the cheek with his own cheek, and we saw kind of Thor's. You know, we don't mind into the Thor's. It was very creative, and props to KeeN. I'm not sure if he dropped a map all series, has he? Can you
KeeN, if we have a look at the bracket, he did not drop a single map the entire tournament. Wow.
And what a Chad. But also well played to Gerald as well. You know, there's a lot of very strong players in the Sparkling Tuna, and it just goes to show, you know, it's great to see him get to the finals, and we're glad he could sign up to it. I'm sure the time in Europe right now, it would be probably something, you know, earlier in the morning, but yeah, hopefully he can bounce back harder, and we'll see him next week.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure we're gonna see more of Gerald, more of KeeN, more of all of our players, our regulars today, and I'm just very happy with how the tournament played out. Like, sure that on paper there may have been a lot of one-sided series, a lot of 2-0s, a lot of 3-0s, but the games themselves were quite close and quite entertaining, especially the TvPs. The TvPs were insane. And let's not forget Chance versus Starduck and how that went all the way to the ace match. Like, that was intense as well. Like, oh god. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, like it comes and goes. it's okay. I'm still alive. Don't worry.
I want everyone as well in the chat to give a massive shout out to my lovely co-caster Chase here. He is feeling very under the weather at the moment, but despite that, he decided to show up and help me out and cast some StarCraft. Chase literally has COVID. He has COVID. He's dying as we speak. Literally.
Literally dying as we speak.
But you know what? He's like, you know what? Let's cast some StarCraft. Nothing is gonna stop me from casting some PvP. And nothing did. Thank you.
Oh yes, and thank you for having me. Sorry, I've been coughing a lot and casting a little not up to my usual super high standards, but you know, we had fun.
Yeah.
Sparkling Tuna is about having fun, indeed.
Yeah. I hope you take care of yourself. I hope you rest up. You know, get some hot beverages. You know, stay safe.
I'm gonna nap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep.
Oh,
but yeah, thank you.
We wish you the best, Chase. We wish you the best in your recovery, as well as your family and all that stuff. Again, wish you the best. So everyone send some love. And speaking of sending love, Chase, if they wanted to send you some love, where can they do that?
Twitter, right? Is that right?
You tell me, buddy.
I don't know. Yes.
Where on Twitter?
At Jackson_Kelvy #doxed. But yes, you can come vibe. I don't post very much anymore. #social anxiety. But yes, come chill, come talk.
Yeah.
It's always a grand all the time.
Exactly. My one criticism is, Chase, when you stream and go live on Twitch, can you like tweet on Twitter, please? Let people know that you're actually live.
No. It's like the gold at the end of a pot of chain. Wait, what?
What?
The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. If you see me stream, so if you luck out, then you luck out. Yes.
The rainbow is supposed to be your tweet, though. The tweet is meant to lead people to the pot of gold. There's meant to be. It's not just a random pot of gold. There's something that leads people there.
Well, let's just say it's an even extra special pot of gold, right?
Oh, God. I also want to give a bit of a shout out to Chileno Singaporean in the chat, as he does resub 14 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, look at that. Look, Chase whipping out his Spanish. Oh, my God.
I am learning, yes.
Gracias,
not just
everyone.
a pretty face. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. And see you next week, hopefully.
Yes. Yeah, if you want to follow more of me, light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I stream throughout the week. Stream some ladder sessions, some Final Fantasy 14, some Final Fantasy 12. But no casting on my personal channel, just ladder sessions and other gaming. So if you're interested in that, follow me there. Otherwise, if you want some more StarCraft casting, it is all here on the Cranky Ducklings Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord. We are all over the place. ! Socials in the chat. if you want links to our social media. And yeah, all of our VODs are uploaded to YouTube as well, so you can check us out on YouTube if we go live with a tournament but you can't watch it live and you want to tune in later. Our VODs are there, so I highly recommend you check them out because we have some great StarCraft.
We do indeed. Like, yes.
And with that, thank you for watching, everyone. We appreciate it. And we will see you in 2 days, because in 2 days, we're going to be live with Duckling Open. Sorry, Master Swan Open, our Bronze to Masters tournament that we host here on this channel. And Steel Mold, our lovely casting puppet, will be bringing that to you live.
Can't wait. Can't wait for some more content to hurt Light with. But
It does hurt. It does hurt.
thank you, Light. Thank you, viewers. I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm dead.
Me too. Oh my god. That's what, Gerald. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.